The San Antonio Aquarium is a unique amusement park in Texas. This location gets on the map for formerly having a roller coaster that was similar, if not a clone, of the original version of Green Tea Worm at Hidden Village. But with the coaster gone, what else remains at this aquarium? Find out in this review. In 2014, the San Antonio Aquarium opened on the site of a former car dealership in Leon Valley, which is one of the enclave cities of San Antonio. The aquarium focuses on a mixture of rescue efforts and caring for animals, so beautiful presentations for guests is not one of their main priorities. This aquarium is really more of a zoo than an aquarium, as they have a large mix of animals with some focus on fish in some other areas throughout the park. And the park feels a bit piecemeal, as some exhibits are well themed and others simply lack a cohesive design to make the experience truly immersive. And shifting from exhibit to exhibit can feel kind of awkward. They are in the process of renovating the shark and penguin exhibits, which will likely show just how committed they are to theming in the near future. But for now, the focus is on the animals and not on a clean overall feel. As for the exhibits, the aquarium starts off with an alligator area that has dinosaur statues around it. These gators weren't too exciting, but could be interesting if you catch them during feeding time. This bleeds into a room with a bunch of different animals, from lemurs to some type of monkeys. My favorite seem to be, I think they're called Pactonian cavies, which are some unique type of dog-like rodent. After these animal areas, you go down a ramp to some water aquariums. This hallway has an octopus exhibit, a touch pool, and some other token experiences and tanks. Nothing is super special about these exhibits, but there are some nice looking aquariums with jellyfish and seahorses, so you can start to get into that feel of being at an aquarium. This then goes into an arcade with a bunch of fancy new video games. None look super exciting, and most were more on the expensive side, though they offer discounts at various times throughout the week. This is an obligatory offering given their business model of upcharges for families and kids, but really it doesn't add much to the overall experience. There's also a small cafe to eat at, but I imagine most people go ahead and eat elsewhere on a visit, as the cafe was not crowded at all. Next comes a giant room with a stingray tank. On the walls towards the front, you'll encounter various animals such as the sloths and cats. Towards the back, there are some nicely themed aquariums to help complement the main one at the center of this room. The ray pool here is massive, and you can get great views of it from all angles. I particularly enjoyed being able to stand up on the ledge that they have and look down onto the pool, as it is a stunning and unique visual that you do not get from other similar stingray exhibits. This was easily my favorite exhibit in the entire aquarium due to its size and beauty. Next are two areas for kids. One is a small ball pit, and the other is the larger I-Guana jump bounce house. This seems to have a few solid bounce houses and is cool and indoors, but also lacks the general cohesive theming that tends to be the trend with this park. It is an interesting upcharge for kids, but I'm just not entirely sure how satisfying the overall experience would be for the youngest of guests. The next room contains a collection of small aquariums with a large number of fish inside of them, and some other animals spread around it, including birds, a nice iguana exhibit, which I do like seeing the iguanas, and a tortoise exhibit, and another collection of reptiles. The last indoor section is a bit under construction, with the shark exhibit and the penguin exhibit feeling temporary as the park works to make these habitats bigger. There's a neat bird enclosure here, which makes a nice animal encounter upcharge, but this end of the park does feel a bit incomplete. The outdoor section has a few animals as well, though I didn't get to spend much time here as it was raining, which was partly why I visited to begin with, as the rides at Fiesta Texas did not open on time with the rain, and still didn't get open that quickly even after it stopped raining. Coaster enthusiasts looking to get this park credit can easily visit during rain, especially if you're traveling between Fiesta Texas and SeaWorld San Antonio. So this is a unique credit you can consider if rain looks to ruin a few hours of your day in the San Antonio area. Of note, I did get locked out when I poked my head out of the back area to see the side exhibit where the roller coaster used to be, so you might not want to do that unless you're entirely done with the aquarium. The main focus of this aquarium seems to be the animal encounters. Some are simply the ability to get food from a machine to feed animals, but others are much more involved in that you get to really interact with the animals. These range from 1 to 4 tokens, with a few being even more. A token seems to cost a little under $3 per token, so these encounters can get expensive fast, especially for a family. Though some of them are likely an enjoyable experience that you're just not going to find in a more formal zoo or amusement park. As I was traveling by myself when I visited this park, I didn't take time to try these encounters, but some, especially if you're excited about could be a fun and unique experience. And although pricey, these interactions are likely less expensive than similar ones at SeaWorld or a more formal zoo. As far as the price, the entrance fee is $25 per adult and $20 per child. However, they do offer many different discounts of free admission for eligible individuals. So I would check the website to see if you qualify. I was able to use my school district ID to get free admission as a teacher, for instance. The Iguana Bounce House is also an additional fee for kids at $12, but is free if you purchase an annual membership for around $60 per year. With the basic offerings of the aquarium, it might not be necessary to purchase a membership, as you likely won't need to come back too often, and it doesn't seem to get you a significant discount on tokens, which are needed for all the unique animal encounters. But they are worth considering if the perks, such as 2 free guest tickets, make sense and would save you money overall in 1 or 2 visits. Overall, how good is the San Antonio Aquarium? This park has a unique charm with a different take on experiencing animals. The animal exhibits at SeaWorld, for instance, seem rather large and basic, whereas those at the aquarium allow for up-close and personal viewing. The San Antonio Zoo still offers a much better, cohesive family experience for animals, but the San Antonio Aquarium tries to make the experience a bit more personal in a laid-back way. Some of the animal encounters could be solid family memories, and are worth looking into and considering. As far as an amusement park though, I do rank this over higher priced family entertainment centers throughout Texas, as this park seems slightly reasonable, both for the admission structure and the benefit one gets from upcharges. Spending $60 per person for an unlimited pass to Alligators, per se, may not be as worthwhile as spending $60 on admission and 12 tokens here at the San Antonio Aquarium. With their upcharge business model, I am saddened that this park no longer has their coaster, as a kiddie coaster seems like the perfect fit for this park. And if you want to hear my thoughts on that type of coaster, do go check out my green tea worm review, as that likely is a clone of the coaster that the San Antonio Aquarium had. Have you gotten to do any animal encounters here at the San Antonio Aquarium? Which animals at the aquarium are your favorite? Let me know, and as always,